Hello everyone and welcome back to Camera West TV. Today we are taking a look at the Leica Q2 Monochrom. Before we jump into today's topic, after this video you can head over to camerawest.com where you can order a Q2 Monochrom, an M10 Monochrom, or even some of the used Leica Monochromes that we have available in stock. The Q2 had quickly become a favorite among our customers and staff. The compact design with excellent performance made it a go-to camera for a lot of people. We are excited to have a Q2 Monochrom here with us today, and you can see it's basically the same as the Q2. However, this is a monochrome version of the camera. It now features a matte black paint job rather than the glossy paint job on the standard Q2. The red dot has been removed, and the letterings on the camera are now black, gray, and white. Also, the camera features the same kind of leather found on the M10 Monochrom. The Q2 Monochrom features a all-new 47.3 megapixel sensor that provides 13 stops of dynamic range, which is a full 2 stops more than the Q2. With that, you also get an extra stop on the ISO, which now maxes out at 100,000. As you can see with this camera, it's really easy to bring back the shadows on this image. With the monochrome sensor, you get better sharpness, detail, and resolution over its already good color counterpart. For the first time with Leica, you can shoot proper monochromatic 4K video. The only other monochrome capable of shooting video from Leica was the Leica M246 Monochrom. However, it was limited to only shooting 1080 at up to 25 frames per second. Now, with the Q2 Monochrom, you can shoot up to 4K 30, Cine 4K at 24 frames per second, and 1080 at 120 frames per second. As you can see, the video has a great look, but if you plan on doing any grading, I would recommend adjusting the contrast level down to low. With the Q2 Monochrom, you get a reduced menu from the Q2. However, there is a new toning menu for both the photo and video modes. You can shoot with a sepia, blue, or selenium tone on your images. And if you feel the toning is too strong, there is a weak option as well. The camera does still have the ability to zoom using a crop method. The 28mm lens can be cropped down to a 75mm lens equivalent. However, this does come at a cost. When zooming at 35mm, the resolution is reduced to 30 megapixels. 50 is down to 15, and 75 leaves you with only 6.6 megapixels. This affects both your JPEGs and RAW, well, kinda. When you import a cropped RAW file into Lightroom, for instance, Lightroom will retain the crop automatically. If you hit the crop button, you can see that the entire image is still there. The crop does work in video mode as well, however, it does appear to lower the quality of video. Now, you may be asking yourself why you would choose this over the M10 Monochrom. The M10 does have the ability to change lenses, whereas the Q2 is a fixed 28mm. But with the camera being a fixed lens, it does have an IP52 weather sealing, meaning you can be protected against some ingress of dust and water. The Q2 has an EVF that displays a monochrome image, which is great for being able to see the image you're going to get before you take the shot. And when you switch the lens over to the macro mode, having that EVF makes focusing quite a lot easier. The Q2 does also shoot video, which is something that the M10 cannot do. While the M10 can't shoot video, its sensor does have about 2 more stops of dynamic range over the Q2 Monochrom. So honestly, if you're torn between getting an M10 monochrome or a Q2 monochrome, we have a solution. The answer is to get both. For what the price of a 28mm Summilux lens costs, you can get a Q2. Well, on that bombshell, make sure you hit that like button,